All right, I don't know how I managed to stop that video, but here's the second part. But back to the point. Once this is threaded on, and this smaller point, keep in mind, use this smaller point that's usually pre-installed, not the big one. That's for a different crank set. If you're using this one, it's not going to be able to get in there and sit on that square taper shaft on the tip of it. It's going to actually push against the crank arm on the inside, and all you're going to be doing is fighting yourself, trying to push the crank arm against the crank arm. You're not actually pulling it away from that shaft, because that piece, you'll probably rip the threads out if you put enough torque on it. So make sure you're using the right tip. That tip actually fits through the crank arm and sits on the end of that square taper shaft. You screw this all the way in. If you don't have it screwed all the way into the pedal, which is another reason why this needs to be all the way out, if you don't screw it all the way in, you're going to strip it. So back that piece all the way out like that. Screw this all the way in to the crank set, and then start turning this end and driving this center shaft up against that pin. All right, so that's how this works. The Sondors, I've pulled off 2 Sondors crank sets, and it's a simple wrenching. There's no leverage needed. And the people who are having problem, you're either starting with this pin out and not getting all the threads in, you're using the wrong pin that doesn't fit all the way in and just hit the top of that shaft or something. But that's the concept behind this. Hope that helps.